When we talk about culture, we think, what does it mean to be a Canadian? Are Canadians defined by the sports they play, the foods they eat, the television shows they watch, the policies of the government, the fact that they are not American? The answer is all that combined. Quebec is the only region in North America with a French-speaking majority. The culture of Quebec emerged over the last few hundred years, resulting predominantly from the shared history of the French-speaking North American, the majority in Quebec. In Canada, where French is constitutionally recognized as an official language and as the only French-speaking region of the North America, Quebec is unlike anywhere else on the continent. The majority of the population consists of French Canadians, the descendants of the 17th century's French settlers, who have resisted centuries of pressure to assimilate into an Anglo society. That the traditions continue to these days. And modern Quebec is a vibrant, fascinating place whose residents remain determined as ever to preserve a distinguished culture and unique values.
Quebec City was founded by France in 1608. It was not long before the territory was a matter of dispute between France and England. The dispute only ended in 1763 with the signature of the Treaty of Paris. The document reconfigured the colonial geopolitics of the Caribbean and North America and handed over Canadian lands to England. But Canada's history did not begin with the arrival of European settlers. Traditional American peoples like the Algonquins and the Iroquois dominate the territory of present-day Canada in Quebec. Despite being studied by anthropology, these people still deserve more attention for historians. We believe that the construction of a history of the original peoples of Quebec is very important.
Nobel Prize in Literature 2016 goes to Bob Dylan. The Nobel Prize in Literature is a Swedish literary prize that is awarded annually since 1901 to an author from any country who has, in the words of the will of Swedish industrialist Alfred Nobel, in the field of literature, produced the most outstanding work in an idealistic direction. 16. The Nobel Prize for Literature went to singer Bob Dylan. The Nobel Foundation reported that he was living up to the award for having created new poetic expressions within the great American song. Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize for Literature. In addition to what was said by the Nobel Foundation, the following reasons are cited. 1. The scene is acclaimed above all for the poetry of his lyrics. 2. He created political questioning and was against religious exploration in the interest of a more equal humanity. 3. His lyric portrayed the vanguard of rights. 4. Bob Dylan arguably made the lyrics more important than the music.
Quebec is a Canadian city located on the banks of the River Lawrence. Founded in 1608, Quebec is the second largest city in the province of Quebec after Montreal. It's one of the oldest cities of North America. The walls surrounding the city have been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The main top sites include the Chateau Frontenac, a hotel that dominates the skyline. It's a centenary hotel with 650 rooms, with an observatory that offers an amazing view of São Lourenço River. The Quebec National Assembly is another tourist spot, along with the National Museum of Arts and the Museum of Civilization, a fantastic interactive museum perfect for kids and adults. The Quebec City Old Port is a beautiful port with lots to do, from the Ferris wheel to rowing boats. The Old Quebec is the most important tourist spot. It's the French portion of Quebec, full of cafes, restaurants, squares, churches, and monuments. About 5 kilometers from Quebec, the magnificent Montmorency Falls rise with 80 meters waterfalls in a park surrounded by native vegetation. These are some of numerous sights in this enchanting city.
Either are vast and distinct peoples, by law or by born. Peoples like Avril Lavigne, Jim Carrey, Seth Rogen, The Weeknd, Pamela Anderson, Ryan Gosling, Drake, Dwayne Johnson, Keanu Reeves, Justin Bieber, and Celine Dion are examples of the most famous peoples who have the Canada in their origins.